We're going to turn up the Wolf range, and we're going to do 3 kinds of Latkes.
3 kinds.
Okay, 3 kinds. If you just tuned in, welcome to the Snyder Diamond Cooking Show. Chef Eric Greenspan, let's talk about what do you got here on the preheat?
Oil.
Okay, we got the oil here.
You know, oil, hot. You can't do Hanukkah without oil. It's what it's all about. You know, I believe the story goes that the candles were supposed to be lit for 8 days, but they only have enough oil for 1 day. But through the miracle of Hanukkah, the oil lasted until it arrived. Why it took 8 days for oil in the Middle East to get somewhere, I have no idea. It was a different time then. I don't know. Not a historian.
No FedEx.
So it's all about oil.
Okay.
So it's all about fried foods for Hanukkah.
All right.
So potato latkes are the traditional fried food that you normally do. Anything you can do with a potato, you could do with another root vegetable. So instead of potatoes, I use beets and carrots because they're both root vegetables. They do the same thing.
Right.
On top of that, also we have a celery root and red onion latke. So instead of white onions, we use red onions, and instead of potatoes, we use celery root. Et voila, you get yourself another latke. So you can play and play and play and play.
So when you're ordering them at the foundry for Hanukkah, do you get a variation? You get one type or all 3?
You can order one of each. You can order a type. You can order 1 plate of each type, however you want.
How big are they? I know we're going to find out. Yeah. If you're driving right now on the 405, it's about the size of, you know.
Like a thing.
Like a half an Eggo?
Like a potato, like a hockey puck.
Okay.
But not tasting like one.
Oh, no, definitely not.
Yeah, like a hockey puck.
All right, so let's see. We got the Wolf range on here. Is that thing on?
The oil is hot.
Now, interesting. Before we went on the air, you were talking about how you know specifically, Chef, when your oil is at the right temperature. And what kind of oil are you using today?
I use grapeseed oil.
Grapeseed oil, okay.
And why do I use grapeseed oil, you ask?
Yeah, I'm asking.
Okay. I use grapeseed oil because, A, it's got a high smoking point. So it can take more heat before it starts to burn. Number 2, it's a neutral oil, so it's got no flavor to it. I use enough flavor in the food that I cook that I don't need the oil to impart any more flavor. They wind up throwing in an extra element that you just don't need.
Okay.
So now for me, everybody goes like, "Oh, what temperature to cook the oil at?" I don't know, because like you
I love that.
home,
I love that.
No idea. But I know this. I know that if you start with cold oil and you put a couple drops of water in it, right, and then you bring it up to a temperature, and when it makes this sound. Oh, it's not hot enough.
It makes this sound?
When it makes
the sound of
it'll start to crackle, you'll hear. So, you hear that?
Yeah, can you see that? Are we getting that on KABC.com? There you go.
This could be like the liquid nitrogen for you. We throw a whole bunch of water in there.
Were you hearing that last week?
Yeah.
It's 100% live. Hold it. I'm trying. It's burning me as I hold it.
I think a good part of the segment should be that every week you burn yourself in a different way, and you can call it Leo's like burn of the week. I think that might be a good idea.
You know what?
I'm no producer.
I'm going to have to stop, drop, and roll in one of these shows. I'm telling you. So it is live. It's the only live cooking show in America.
Yeah.
So
why not burn yourself every week?
We got the True Grit pan right there. Okay.
Now,
how have you prepared all this stuff, Chef? And don't leave anything out for us.
I'm going to show you how to make the first latke.
Okay.
And then you'll kind of get an understanding. Same technique for the other latkes, but with the different ingredients. And I think the recipes will be on the website eventually.
Great. Did somebody forget to put them up there?
That would be me.
Oh, that was me.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That was me.
I appreciate you taking the hit. I had you covered.
I know. I love that.
I was going to take the call for you.
KABC.com for the recipes.
Now, potato latkes obviously start with what? Potatoes.
Okay.
I use a grater. Now, mind you see how it's kind of discolored because potatoes, once the starch comes, they kind of discolor. Don't worry about that.
Really?
By the time you're done frying it, she's going to be nice and brown anyway.
A lot of people don't even realize that. They see that, they go, oh, it's turned.
Or they put it in water. When you put it with water, guess what it starts to taste like?
Oh.
Guess.
I'm going to say water.
Good guess.
The starch. So that is just nothing but a shredded potato.
Nothing but a shredded potato.
And it's got all the starch and natural juices in there.
Bingo.
Okay.
Bingo. Next.
All right.
Onion.
Ooh, that is a fine mince on how much?
Just grated onion.
Okay. How much you throwing in there? Ballpark. Okay.
A cup.
Okay.
We'll call
for the measuring person.
Yeah. It's about 2 cups of potato and a cup of... And it's about 2 ends of potatoes and 1 end of onions. Okay?
You can't go wrong with potatoes and onions.
No, I mean, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
You know? So, next, salt.
And nice pinch. What kind of salt are you using, Chef?
Wait a minute. I use kosher salt. It's
okay.
Fine. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we are making latkes, right? So kosher salt kind of seems like the right thing to do. Black pepper. Quite a bit.
Yeah. We're going to get a grinder that emits more pepper by next Saturday.
No, this makes for better radio.
We're just grinding away.
Now,
okay.
Next, we got to go into the
Sub-Zero refrigerator there.
Yeah, and look at this. It looks
like
a cupboard.
That's a cabinet overlay right there. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It looks great.
Those aren't real.
Those aren't real eggs.
It's TV or radio.
What he's talking about is we have a prop here, and it's not real, but there it is. So if you drop it, it's not real. So there you go. All right, here we go. No. All right.
So next, what you do is you mix this all up first.
Okay. And by hand? That's awesome.
Yeah, that's how Grandma does it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'll mix sure when it gets stuck.
If you're driving now, it's a bowl. It's just shaved up potatoes and onions and some salt. That's what we got right now. And pepper.
Now, you'll notice, see how it's got all that moisture to it?
Yeah.
Okay, moisture is death when it comes to frying something.
Of course.
Okay, so what you got to do is you got to strain it out.
All right. Putting it in a strainer right now. And we're going to get some of that extra moisture out.
And you really want to press it. That's my man.
Yeah, there we go. As long as it's not liquid nitrogen, I'm feeling good about it.
Yeah, because the idea is that the less water that's in there, the less flour you have to do to make it come together. At the end of the day, flour don't taste no good.
Can I ask a dumb question?
Yes.
Do you guys...
I have a choice? Go ahead.
Do you make these to order at the foundry, or can you make them a little earlier?
Well, as you'll see a little bit later, you can pre-mix these.
Okay.
And what you want to do is, as they sit, though, you'll notice I'll show you what some pre-mix mix looks like.
All right.
Right. But as they sit, they continue to give off water.
Yeah, here's the story.
You just got to squeeze them.
Look at that.
As it goes.
Can you get a shot of that, Jeff? Look at that. That's a lot of water right there. That would just be combustible.
Yeah.
Got to be careful.
All right. So
Okay.
Now, boom.
Okay. Take that for you, Chef. All right.
Then next, we're add an egg.
Okay.
And the egg just kind of brings the whole thing together.
All right.
Right.
That's your binder, basically? You're binding
Basically your binder, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. And how many is this going to make, roughly, servings?
I'm sorry, is that not as concerned? Probably 3, 4.
3 or 4? Okay, there you go.
Depends how you like them. Some people like $silver latkes.
It's just so basic right now. It's just really.
You know what? Some of the best stuff is the easiest. Mm-hmm. You know, it really is. And I'll show you once we adapt this recipe to the other things. It's really not that hard to make something really creative, and you start to realize it's like, oh, that's all that is. And cooking's not hard.
Right.
You know, make a mix, apply heat, flip, season, serve.
So that's your. What advice would you have to people who are nervous about cooking right now, listening and watching?
Don't be. Get in there and try it out. But at the end of the day, cooking is also about confidence. It's about really trying. And sometimes when you make a mistake, you wind up coming up with something better.
Right.
Anyway.
Right.
So never be afraid to just kind of go for it.
Atta baby. There he goes. Chef is on that right now. And Latkes are going in. Hey, do not go away. We're going to be right back. It's a Snyder Diamond Cooking Show. And here's a word from our friends at Snyder Diamond. Thank you for being here, everybody. We appreciate that. Looking good, Chef.
First in talk in Southern California. Weekends too. Talk Radio 790 KABC.